Ash Ketchum's time as the anime mascot is coming to a close after 25 years at the forefront of Pokemon. And what better time to take a deep look into some of Ash Ketchum's best moments as we look into Ash Ketchum's top 10 moments from the anime. Let's start off with a bang and talk about Ash's amazing win over Lieutenant Surge's Raichu. Ash faced numerous challenges as an early Pokemon trainer and struggled to defeat most trainers he came up against. However, the first loss that really hit him hard was his loss to Lieutenant Surge and his Raichu. Ash and Pikachu really tried to defeat Raichu, but unfortunately came short of this. Following the defeat, Ash considered evolving Pikachu. However, he decided he would overcome Lieutenant Surge's Raichu without evolving his best friend, and he would come back to defeat Lieutenant Surge. Pikachu has a lot of plus armor, but what about a Pokemon that has a similar amount? Ash's Infernape was found by Ash after being abandoned by his Sinnoh rival Paul. Paul abandoned Chimchar, believing it to be a weak and pathetic Pokemon. Ash took Chimchar under his wing and trained him relentlessly. And then when Ash came up against Paul in the quarterfinals of the Sinnoh League, his Chimchar was ready and a fully powered Infernape. This battle is honestly one of the best battles they ever did in the series, and most of the battles against Paul were always really close and down to the wire. In the end, Infernape overpowers Paul's Electivire in a Super Saiyan-esque battle to absolutely obliterate it. From one fire type to another, let's talk about Ash's iconic Charizard and some of the problems he had with this Pokemon. Ash saved a Charmander on a rainy route early in the Pokemon series, but Charizard grew too quickly and then stopped listening to Ash's commands as he did not respect Ash in the slightest. However, Charizard is defeated and turned into a block of ice, so Ash spends all night tending to Charizard, trying to help him like he did when Charizard was just a small baby Charmander. And this would be the catalyst that would restore Charizard to respect in Ash. Ash had gone 7 regions without winning an actual regional championship. Yeah, okay, he was victorious in the Orange Islands, but that was just a stall tactic to wait for Gold and Silver's anime release. Ash finally won his first championship in the Sun and Moon anime at the Manalo Conference with a truly powerful team. People my age grew up watching Ash lose time and time again, never being able to take on the role of champion. However, after 7 generations, it was so refreshing for Ash to successfully win a championship and become the Alola champion. Now, we have spoken about some of Ash's iconic achievements, but let's talk about some of the sacrifices he has made to give his Pokemon the best life possible. The most gut-wrenching episode of the Pokemon anime is called Bye Bye Butterfree, where Ash has to say goodbye to the first Pokemon he ever caught besides Pikachu. Ash releases Butterfree to give the Pokemon the happiest life it can with fellow Butterfrees. Honestly, if you haven't seen this episode, it is very sad. Ash has gone toe-to-toe with some powerful trainers in his time on the show. But what about some powerful Pokemon he has had to battle? In Journeys, Ash goes toe-to-toe with a lot of legendary beasts. However, this is not what we are referring to. The Pokemon movies are not canon with the show. However, one of Ash's truly best moments is when he sacrifices himself in the face of Mewtwo to protect others. Ash is not just a Pokemon trainer, he is truly a hero. Nearly in our top 3, but before we get to that, I want to show you guys another Pokemon that Ash really showed off to the max. Ash Greninja. Ash struggled in Generation 6's final battle against Elaine, and obviously Elaine would come back to win. However, Ash's fight against Elaine will go down as one of the best final battles Ash ever had in the history of the anime. Ash's Greninja goes head-to-head against Elaine's Mega Charizard X, and boy does it put a shift in. The fight unfortunately goes in Elaine's favor. It still makes for such an immense battle and such an engaging fight to watch. Number 3 on our list has to go to Ash's battle against Tobias in the Lily of the Valley Conference. Ash had a pretty good run up to this point in the Lily of the Valley Conference. However, Ash's luck was running out in this Sinnoh Championship, as another trainer was blowing his way through the championship with only one Pokemon. That trainer is Tobias, a mystical trainer with an iconic Darkrai. Ash struggled immensely throughout this battle, losing most of his team to this Darkrai, until out came Ash's Sceptile. Ash's Sceptile went toe-to-toe with Darkrai and eventually was able to defeat it. Yeah, okay, Ash only defeated one of Tobias's Pokemon, but the fight between Sceptile and Darkrai is so good. Now let's talk about Ash's final big fight against Leon. Leon and Ash's fight really shows how much further Ash has come as a trainer from his first fight in the Kanto region. Ash has proven time and time again that his Pokemon are expertly trained to take on any challenge that comes their way, and his Galar team shows this even more. Consisting of Gengar, Sirfetch'd, Dracovish, Dragonite, Lucario, and Pikachu, this is Ash's best team yet, utilizing Mega Evolution, Gigantamaxing, and Z-moves. It really feels like one massive callback to Ash's time in the anime, and it's such an amazing fight to end Ash's journey on, and to put him in the elite trainers who have won the World Coronation series. However, Ash's best ever achievement comes from the first ever episode of the Pokemon anime, when Ash chose to put himself in harm's way to protect his best friend Pikachu from a flock of Spearow. Ash and Pikachu's relationship at this point was very rocky. Neither side could decide whether they liked the other or not, so Ash putting himself in harm's way really just cemented the amazing bond these two would have, and this would continue on even 25 years later. Ash's story may be over, but the memories we all have of Ash's time will never fade away. But for now, let's let our champion rest.